Hi, my name is Shannon Bullard. I graduated from the Medical Laboratory Technician program here at Indian Hills in May of 2012. Before graduation from the program, I had already been hired by my clinical site, and that was Northeast Regional Medical Center in Kirksville, Missouri. And upon graduation, I tested and received my certification through the American Society of Clinical Pathologists. Now currently I work in Marshalltown at the Iowa Veterans Home, which is a residential home for veterans, and it has about 600 patients, and we have on-site x-ray physicians and a laboratory. As a medical laboratory tech, I go out and visit with the residents, and I will draw blood samples from them, and I take them back to the lab and I test them. And I'll do things that you've probably heard of, like a CBC, which is a complete blood count, and that's just measuring red blood cell numbers, the amount of hemoglobin in each red blood cell, numbers of white blood cells, and different types of white blood cells. Other tests are chemistry related, like electrolytes might measure their sodium, their chloride, potassium, CO2, liver function tests like ALT, AST. Having very little science in high school, the program was very challenging, but the instructors were very helpful to make sure that I learned each aspect. And the techniques and the procedures that you learn here in the program are going to be exactly what you see when you get on the job. Over here in the program, you're going to look at slides of red blood cells and white blood cells, and you're going to identify the types of white blood cells there are. And ironically, there isn't just one type of white blood cell, there's actually 5 different types of white blood cells, and these are very important for diagnostics as to whether you have a bacterial infection or a viral infection. So you're going to learn this in the class, and you're going to apply the exact same techniques and procedures when you get on the job. So by the time you go through your classroom curriculum and you do your clinical rotations, you will be prepared to go to work, and you will feel very comfortable when you go to work. This isn't the first program that I've taken at Indian Hills. I went through the aviation program many years ago, and I come back later on in life to go through this medical lab tech program. So I guess my experience says that if you're looking for a new career, you're looking for a new occupation, or just something more exciting in life, come to Indian Hills for 2 years and pick out a field that you're interested in and pursue it. If medical or medicine is your thing, and you want to get into the medical field, I very much recommend the MLT program. It's very interesting to me, very exciting to me, and going through the 2-year program here isn't the stopping point. From here, I'm in the process of getting my 4-year degree, which will make me a medical laboratory scientist. As you decide what college you want to pick to go to school, there's many colleges to choose from. And why did I pick Indian Hills? Of course, one of the reasons would be a closer proximity to where I live. But having past experience with Indian Hills, I find that everything seems very homey and very simple to come to school. The registration processes are straightforward and simple. Any questions you have, somebody's more than willing to help you out. They have a very nice campus. It's not so large that you don't get any personal attention, but it's not so small that there isn't much to offer. Actually, Indian Hills has a lot to offer, not just in the academics in the classroom, but in other activities also. So I have very much enjoyed the time that I've spent at Indian Hills, and I would very much recommend it for prospective students.